Now, these people that live this life, do they have something they're working towards? Do they have an idea that they're working towards?
It seems like Hollywood's golden couple may not be as untouchable as they once seemed. Joe Rogan has officially joined a growing chorus of celebrities calling out Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and the accusations swirling around them are threatening to unravel more than just their public image. If you've been following the drama surrounding Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds, the situation has escalated into something far bigger than a simple Hollywood feud. It's a legal and public relations nightmare that's exposing cracks in the very foundation of how fame and power operate in the entertainment industry. According to Rogan, Blake Lively hasn't just made a few public missteps. He claims that she has caused serious damage to her own reputation and, in the process, dragged Ryan Reynolds down with her. Ryan, long celebrated for his quick wit, charm, and seemingly flawless brand management, now finds himself caught in a legal battle that could taint his image for good. Sources say he's trying to distance himself, filing motions to dismiss any involvement, but critics argue it's too little, too late. The roots of this controversy trace back to It Ends With Us, a highly anticipated adaptation of the best-selling novel. Justin Baldoni, the director and producer, had poured his heart into the project. But behind the scenes, tensions flared. According to Baldoni, Blake Lively didn't just push for creative changes. She allegedly attempted to seize control of the entire franchise. Joe Rogan didn't mince words. He accused Lively of weaponizing the Me Too movement, using serious allegations not to seek justice but to gain power within the project. Rogan compared her actions to the tactics seen in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard legal saga, where public accusations spiraled into devastating personal and professional consequences. Text messages that have since surfaced paint a troubling picture. In one instance, Blake reportedly invited Baldoni into her dressing room while she was breastfeeding, only to later cite the encounter in legal claims against him. According to Rogan and others, this contradiction undermines her credibility and points to a much larger pattern of manipulation behind the scenes. Rogan, along with fellow commentator Brendan Schaub, emphasized how rare it is for anyone in Hollywood to challenge A-listers like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The fear of industry blacklisting keeps many silent. But Baldoni, they argue, chose to fight, choosing truth over career safety, much like Johnny Depp once did. Meanwhile, the legal stakes have skyrocketed. Justin Baldoni has filed a $400 million lawsuit against Lively, Reynolds, The New York Times, and publicist Leslie Sloan, accusing them of defamation, extortion, and a calculated effort to destroy his career. Judge Louis J. Lyman described the situation as a PR firm war, but the depth of Baldoni's 179-page complaint suggests something much darker: a coordinated character assassination campaign designed to remove him from his own project. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and others have responded by filing motions to dismiss the lawsuit, pleading with the court to absolve them of any wrongdoing before the discovery phase, the point where private communications like emails and text messages become evidence. Discovery is where the real secrets often come out, and it's no surprise that those implicated are doing everything they can to delay or avoid it entirely. Insiders speculate that Reynolds' eagerness to separate himself from the case might have more to do with business than loyalty. His company is rumored to be preparing for a major public offering, a move that could be severely compromised if salacious details about the lawsuit surface. Bad press, ugly revelations, and court battles are poison to investors, and Reynolds knows it. Joe Rogan continued to hammer the issue home. In his view, Lively and Reynolds didn't just get tangled in an unfortunate situation, they made deliberate choices that now threaten to backfire spectacularly. According to Rogan, the Hollywood machine is designed to protect its favorites, but even the most polished reputations can crumble when the truth leaks out. Adding more fuel to the fire, crisis PR consultant Jed Wallace has filed his own $7 million defamation lawsuit against Blake Lively. Wallace claims that Lively falsely accused him of orchestrating a digital smear campaign against her, damaging his career and business. Her legal team dismisses the lawsuit as opportunistic, but as more lawsuits pile up, the narrative that Blake Lively is simply a victim becomes harder to defend. Allegations of Blake. Lively's difficult behavior on other projects have also surfaced. Assistant director Barbara Seaman, who worked on the film A Simple Favor, claims she was forced to resign due to Lively's treatment of the crew. Seaman described a toxic work environment where many were left in tears, trying to appease a star who, she said, could never be pleased. Her emotional revelations only further the growing image of Lively, not as the sweet, charming actress seen on red carpets, but as someone whose off-camera behavior tells a very different story. Hassan Minhaj, another actor involved in It Ends With Us, offered a contrasting perspective. He stated that he personally experienced nothing but professionalism on set. However, he carefully noted that he could only speak to his own interactions, hinting at the possibility that others may have had vastly different experiences. His comments, while diplomatic, suggest a divided set, with tensions running deeper than many initially realized. Meanwhile, the lawsuits keep mounting, and Blake Lively's legal strategy appears increasingly desperate. She has filed motions not just to dismiss Baldoni's lawsuit, but also to delay the discovery phase entirely. Critics argue this is a clear tactic to avoid public scrutiny, especially with several upcoming projects and business deals on the line. Ryan Reynolds, who once enjoyed an almost spotless reputation, now finds himself entangled in the fallout, with his name dragged through headlines he worked so hard for years to avoid. Joe Rogan has pointed out that Hollywood elites are terrified of what discovery could reveal. Depositions involving massive names like Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman, and Bradley Cooper could expose uncomfortable truths, not just about this case, but about the culture of celebrity protection that Hollywood has built over decades. Attorney Brian Friedman, representing Baldoni, insists that as discovery unfolds, Blake Lively's claims will collapse under the weight of actual evidence. Friedman promises that texts, emails, and documentation will show a deliberate campaign to sabotage Baldoni's career and take over his creative project. As the legal battles rage, Hollywood watches nervously. If Baldoni succeeds, it could embolden others to stand up against industry giants who misuse their influence. It could shatter the illusion that fame and wealth shield anyone from accountability. Meanwhile, the public perception of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is shifting. Once the beloved darlings of Hollywood, they now face accusations of using their power recklessly and of participating in the very kind of behind-the-scenes toxicity they always seemed above. If Joe Rogan's claims are true, and if the courts validate the evidence, it could spell the end of a carefully crafted public image that took decades to build. In an industry where perception is everything, the damage may already be irreversible. What's clear is that this isn't just a simple celebrity spat. This is a battle over reputation, power, and the future of storytelling in Hollywood itself. Is the carefully curated empire of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively on the verge of collapse? Or will the Hollywood machine manage to spin this narrative once again in their favor? Only time and the brutal process of discovery will tell. Drop your thoughts below, subscribe for all the updates as this story continues to unfold, and stay tuned, because the real story is just beginning.